Hello,
Hey there,
it's Sarah,
and Angie.
and we're here to give you your 2024 pre-event meeting update for the Cruise Subaru She Tries at the Ion Club that's happening this weekend. There's still spots left, so if you're watching this and want to know if you can still sign up, you can, but you should do it today.
All right. Well, we hope everybody is getting excited and ready, and that all your training's done, and now's the time to have some fun. So we also want to add that our event is presented by Noah Moore and the Preston Moore Group, East Cooper Medical Center, and Harris Teeter. So thanks for our bubbly water, for our fizzy. This is, I guess, a fizzy
Wednesday.
It's
Is today Wednesday?
Fizzy Wednesday. It's Wednesday. We just have a few fun things we want to review and a few details for the event that are important. So we will get started.
Awesome. So, just so you know, if you're watching this and still haven't signed up yet, we do have triathlon, relays, duathlon, and virtual options for this weekend's event. So if you want to sign up for one of those, if you don't want to swim, duathlon's for you, or if you want to split it up with a couple of friends, a relay team is a great way to experience our event. So definitely consider those options. Your packet pickup is going to take place this Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. at the Ion Club. So you'll get to see the venue where you'll be setting up. You should not park at the club. You'll need to park on either the streets of Ion, or you could park up Shellmore a little bit, but there's not going to be very much parking right at the Ion Club.
So bring your patients.
Bring your patients, please. They're giving us that space, and some of their members will still be going in and out. So, but packet pickup's a really fun day.
Why is it fun?
There's fairy hair at packet pickup.
Thanks to Kingston Coventry, we have fairy hair. So be prepared. Come early, because there's always a line for fairy hair. I think it's the most popular thing, rather than, or maybe even more than us.
Yeah, I do think it's more popular than us, if that could be imagined. But you get a few bits of fairy hair for free, compliments of She Tries and Kingston Coventry. And so we're just so excited. It adds such a fun vibe to our event. You also are going to have Trek and Lovelo representing for bike maintenance. So if you need your bike looked at on Friday, you can bring that with you. It's probably better to do it on Friday than Saturday, but they'll, of course, be there on Saturday as well.
Yeah, Chris will get your tires inflated, do a quick check over. If you need anything major, you might want to head to Trek now. But he'll be able to do some minor things. So we're excited to have them. And then, so we'll go into Saturday, right? Oh, actually, one more detail on Friday. We have our Squeeze the Day winner will happen on Friday at Packet Pickup. So if this is in your bag, it is your lucky day, because you will get a whole bunch of fun goodies in here, some for your spectator friends, some for you. But biggest thing is you will have a VIP parking spot. Woo-hoo! And you will be able to skip all the bathroom lines. So if this is in your swag bag, please, shout and scream and throw your pom-poms in the air and let us know that you got it, so we can give you those details.
Yeah. A couple things about packet pickup. You need to have your driver's license or government ID for your packet pickup. If someone's picking up your packet for you, they need to have like a screenshot or text picture of your ID, so that we can see that it's you. So make sure you have that. That's a USAT rule, not a Sarah Angie rule.
And if they're a minor, parents can pick it up.
And parents can pick up for minors. Yes, we do have some 10-year-olds and up participating this weekend. Also, there's going to be new merch at the She Tries tent on Friday. So be sure to check us out there.
All right, that's exciting. So, do you like our shirts? This is the event shirt this year. We usually don't reveal this ahead of time, but
they're so cool.
Yeah, they were so amazing. They are a sublimated technical shirt, so we are super proud to wear them and hope you all like them. So let's move on to Saturday. So Saturday's timeline is 5:30 transitions opens. And you may, if you still need to pick up your packet, you may pick it up Saturday morning as well. Parking, this is important, so make a big note of this. Parking is at the O'Quinn School. You will actually not be able to park anywhere near the club on Saturday. We want to keep the parking lot open for our finish line, and we want to keep the area safe for our participants. So no parking at Ion Club. You will park at the O'Quinn School, so make sure you leave about 5-7 minutes to walk over. Someone can drop you off at the club, but they will not be able to get into the parking lot. We will have a police officer there.
And it will be pretty trafficy, so I recommend parking and just walking.
And you'll make a friend maybe on the way.
Yeah.
All right, so 5:45 packet pickup. Oh, I'm sorry. 5:45 packet pickup starts. 5:30 is when transition opens. Excuse me. So you can start getting body marked, and you can pick up your chip. So even if you pick up your swag on Friday and you get your race number and everything on Friday, you will still need to get a chip on Saturday morning. And you will need to take your chip or your race number over to get body marked, because they won't mark you unless they know your right number. And they will mark you here on your arms, and they will put your age on the back of the calf. And it's your age at the end of this year, by the end of this year.
Yeah.
So if you could wait to put sunscreen on those areas until after you're marked, because it damages our pens and then we get sad. All right, so if you would like to swim a warm-up swim, the adult pool will open approximately 7 o'clock to about 7:05. You don't have much time, but if you want to get wet and get in, you may go ahead and do that once our lifeguards are in place. Transition is going to close at 7:05. Yes, that's a little bit before the event's supposed to start at 7:30. But that's because we have to get a massive amount of people down to the pool and lined up according to their swim pace. So, swimmers will line up at starting at 7:05. You need to be in line by 7:15, so it doesn't give you a whole lot of time. And we will be sending the swim pace estimator in an email, and we will also post on our Facebook page. So you will be able to look at that swim pace estimator, figure out what number you're going to be at, and we'll talk about this later, but you're going to be able to line up according to where you rate yourself, and it is a self-seated process. All right, so 7:20, we will start the opening remarks. This is where it gets fun and real. We will go ahead and do the opening remarks. We will go ahead, if there's any course slate, anything, we'll review. We'll review how the event's going to go. And then at 7:30 sharp, the triathlon will begin. We will start with our fastest swimmer first. And then if you are a duathlete participant, your start will be about 5 minutes after. So come down to the start, hear all the announcements, and then you will move to the finish line area, which is where your first run will start. All right. And then at 9:35 is about an estimate of when the last cyclist is off the course. That's an estimate. It just depends on the year. So once the last cyclist is off the course, we can open transition. We cannot open transition before that. So if you have something important that you need, leave it with somebody who's not in transition. Leave it with a loved one or somebody who's coming to cheer you on outside the transition. Then around 10 o'clock, which again is another estimate, will be the awards. So we will cheer on the final finisher together, and we will start the awards finishing that. And that will take place at the finish line where the party is.
Which is a lot of fun. But it's the best part other than crossing the finish line. So your transition area is where you set up your gear. It's for those of you who are doing this for the first time, your gear for your run and your bike are all going to be right together in this transition area. It's the grassy area, lawn by the pool in front of the clubhouse. And there's going to be bike racks set up. They will be numbered, and you will find your bike rack based on your number. So this would be your bib number, and you would look for the bike rack that has that number range. And it doesn't have to be in exact order, but your bike will go on that rack. Typically about 5 bikes per rack, alternating the direction that they're placed. One really important note is that you cannot wear headphones during our event, not on the bike, not on the run. It's for your safety, and it's a USAT rule. So we just have to keep you guys safe out there.
Okay, so you will start, once your stuff's in transition and you're lined up for the swim, you will start swimming. Again, you will estimate your pace according to where you fall on the chart. We will also have plenty of volunteers everywhere, plenty of volunteers in transition to help you. If you have any questions, don't know how to set up your things, don't know how to put your bike on the rack, they are there to help you. Again, with the swim, we'll have volunteers around the pool, and they will help you line yourself up. If you don't know where you are, you can always go to the back. So the fastest swimmer will go first and on throughout the event. All right, so when you're swimming, if you feel like you are swimming on top of the person in front of you, you may pass them. So the way the swim works is everybody goes one direction in one lane. This is a real luxury. This doesn't happen at all triathlons, and if you're anywhere outside of She Tries, it most likely will not happen. So this is a really big advantage for swimming, for passing, especially if you're a beginner on that swim. So you may pass. So when you are swimming, if you're swimming up on somebody, the etiquette is just touch their foot. Let them know you're there. And then if your foot was touched, you're supposed to wait at the wall, let the person pass you. You can kind of move over to the right, because they're going to be on your left. They can pass you, they'll go under the lane line, and then you continue swimming. You don't have to stop in the middle of the lane. You just can pull over at the next spot. All right, you may, if you get into trouble or you start to, panic a little bit in the swim, you may stop at any point. You can hold on to the lane line. You may stop at the wall. You may take some breaths. This is all about you and getting you to the finish. So you may do whatever you need to do to survive this swim. You may do any stroke. You may do backstroke, freestyle, underwater swimming, pretty much.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah. And if you're tall enough, you can probably stand up anywhere in the pool. Sarah and I, unfortunately,
I cannot.
Anyway, so at the end, there are steps. You can get out, right? You're going to get steps to get into the pool, and then you're going to have steps on the other side of the pool to get out. You do not have to go all the way to the wall, that last length. You can just get out at the steps. There will be a volunteer, and you will also get one of these really beautiful swim caps that are easy on your hair, and they have our amazing title sponsor of Cruise Subaru, More Than a Car Dealer.
More than a car dealer.
And they're in this pretty lilac. Yeah, so that's swimming. And you don't have to wear this. This is totally optional, but I mean, you just look cool in the pictures if you have a swim cap.
Yes, we like them. They're a hot commodity around town. So onto the bike. Once you exit the swim, you're going to walk or lightly jog from the pool to the grassy transition area where you set everything up, and you're going to go to your numbered bike rack and find the bike setup that you have. Right there, you're going to put down any of your swim gear that you're not taking with you. You are not going to undress. You are going to...
You're not?
No.
You don't get naked in triathlon?
No, you do not get naked in triathlon. And you're going to put on whatever shoes you're going to use for the bike. You're going to put on your bike helmet, grab a pair of sunglasses, and get your bike, and you're going to head out. You cannot get on your bike until a volunteer tells you to, which is going to be actually out of transition, down a path, and around the corner. So you're just going to walk or jog your bike out of transition, follow the volunteer directions, and they will tell you where you can mount your bike. You'll do 2 loops.
How many?
2.
2? Let's count them. 1, 2.
2 loops of the bike course. When you are done with your bike course, you will head back towards that transition area, and you're going to dismount your bike at a dismount line before the transition area. So you're not going to cruise on up the sidewalk still on your bike. You'll be getting off in the parking lot and then walking your bike back into transition. So this number you'll get when you pick up your packet, and it will go on your frame. It's a sticker. So you'll just peel the back off, and it just sort of sticks to your bike and to itself, preferably on the top tube, but not where it will bother you. If it won't go there, you can put it on the front handlebars. You can put it on the seat post if you're super tall and your seat is up really tall. That never happens for me. And you can put that number there. There will be people helping you out with that if you need it. So that's where that goes. And you are allowed to pass on the bike. You just need to let people know that you're going to pass by saying on your left. If you are not passing, you should be riding to the right side of the road. You need to leave space between you. USAT rules are 5 bike lengths apart. So you cannot ride right up close on somebody fast. It's really fun, but it's not allowed. It's called drafting, and it can disqualify you from our event. So leave space between you. You either need to slow down to give that space, or you need to speed up and pass that person in front of you. And you have to have your helmet latched before you walk out of transition. So don't forget that.
Do we have anything else for the helmet?
Yes, we do. Along with this sticker, you will get a helmet sticker. And it will be a little less exciting than the sticker, but it's going to have the same number, and it's going to go preferably on the front part of your helmet. This is mostly so that our photographers can identify you in their photos and make it easier to send you the free photos that you're going to get a few days after you finish. So it's really important if you care about photos, which you should, because this is awesome.
Okay, so on to the run. You are going to get a run bib number. And we have ours set up on a race belt, which you can purchase. These are just great to have because it's an easy, fast way to put on your race number. If you, looks a little wonky because I just put it on, but there you go. Now it's perfect. But if you were at our transition clinic, you know why this is important, and we can explain it to you at the merch tent if you want to find out. But they're really easy, nice to use. You have to have this on for the run, and you don't have to have it on for any other part of the event. If you do want to put it on for the bike, that's fine. I don't suggest swimming in this. It'll flap around. And you will run into traffic. If you know what that means, that's on the left side of the road when you're going out.
You don't run into traffic.
Don't
you
run into traffic. That was bad advice.
Facing the oncoming traffic.
Okay.
Is that what you meant to say?
That's what I meant.
Please don't run into traffic.
All right, no one's running into traffic. But we're not running with traffic. We're running against it.
Against the flow.
Against the flow, so they can see you. But the course is not closed to vehicles, but it's, a beautiful neighborhood on a Saturday morning, so there won't be too much.
There are officers directing and slowing cars at busy intersections, and a lot of the run is on a trail. So you won't be in a lot of...
It's the vacuum.
Oh, and Angie's got all kinds of sounds at her house today. You won't be in a lot of traffic that morning.
Okay. And again, sorry to have sad news, but absolutely no headphones. This is probably, that and a helmet are the 2 rules that we will 100% stick with, and we will not be afraid to tell you to take them out.
Yes.
Sorry. And if you are doing the duathlon, you need this run number for both legs of your run.
Yes, very important. I would just leave it on the whole time.
Perfect.
All right, spectator viewing. There's a lot of great spots to watch participants at this ION venue. Spectators are allowed behind the fence around the pool. There's a lot of great viewing, but you are not allowed on the pool deck. So only participants and volunteers and pool-specific volunteers can be on the pool deck. Otherwise, everyone needs to be outside that main fence. Another great spot is by our sponsors, Community Table and O'Brien's. They are located on the corner of Civitas and Shellmore. The bike course passes by there 4 times. So that's a really good spot to cheer on your participant when they're on the bike course. And the finish line and is a beautiful place to cheer people on, especially when you know they're getting ready to get done. We also love to cheer on our final finisher and have everyone stay to do that. So be sure that you stick around and stay near the finish line where the party is so that we can do that.
Yeah, clear your day. Spend your morning with us. There's nowhere
so
else.
fun.
There's nowhere else that's better to go. All right, so potties. That's kind of important. There will be a few porta potties near transition. They are provided by our sponsor, CK Contracting. So get all your remodeling and needs done by CK Contracting because they take care of our potty situation.
Yes.
I was going to say something else, but
Thanks,
I decided
CK
not to. There are also bathrooms by the pool. We tend to take over the men's and the women's, so just have at it. I will say the pool bathrooms will not be accessible after the swim portion is over. All right, so we had a question about, do the helmet stickers easily come off the helmet? Typically, yes, and same with your bike sticker. These are pretty good. I've even left it on my bike for probably like 6 months, and it has come off. So shouldn't be any issue. But if you have any issues, then I would just suggest using some kind of Goo Gone, or my mom always used lighter fluid to get sticker stuff off. So I still use that, but maybe not a good idea.
Goo Gone sounds great, but a lot of times those helmet stickers even just fall off. So they should come off pretty easily.
All right, and again, no headphones. Do you want to show them the sponsor passport? So when you're in Packet Pickup, and at Packet Pickup and Event Day, there are sponsors everywhere, and they are the most amazing sponsors I think we've had yet. So we have a few cool surprises and a few cool things, but you will get a sponsor passport. It looks like this. And on it are our sponsors that are going to be there in person. So we want you to go ahead and get those signed. And there's a lot of raffle prizes that they can win. I mean, some of these are really great. And there's also
A bike. You guys, a free bike.
So that's pretty amazing.
You must be present to win. So you got to stick around.
Yeah, see?
That's the way it goes.
We like to do that.
All right, so we do offer relays. It works very similar to the regular triathlon event with just a few differences. During you're assigning a leg of the race to your relay teammates. So someone is going to have the chip that Angie mentioned on a strap on their leg for each portion. So your swimmer will have it for the swim. It gets taken off in transition after the swim and handed to the bike person, who will put it on their leg, do the bike, come back and hand it to the run person if it's a different person, and put it on their leg before the run. So this is required, like it has to happen so that we can keep up with your team and know who is done. Only the person who is about to do the next leg of triathlon should be in transition. So the swimmer will start around the pool. The cyclist will be in transition waiting on the swimmer. And then the runner will wait a period of time before entering transition to then take on the run leg of the relay. We want to keep as few people in transition as possible. The bib only needs to be worn by the person doing the run leg.
But the chip
has to be on each person doing the leg. So be sure that you guys, all relay team members have to check in. There will be a packet for each of you, but only one set of bib numbers because you're sharing that. And you guys need to be aware of what your spot in transition is so you know where to meet, so that's not a big surprise. Similar for duathlon, in that the flow is kind of like what we've talked about.
Hi, Todd.
Hi, Todd. So the duathlon is run, bike, run. You will start about 5 minutes after the swimmers start. You start near the or at the finish line to begin your run, running kind of away from the finish line. And then you will come back in. You will start the bike portion, come back in, and then do the final run portion. Those maps are also on our website, and we will have extra maps at Packet Pickup for all of the events if anybody needs them.
We had a question on picking up a packet for her friend. Yes, you can just have a picture of her ID. You don't have to have the physical ID.
Hi, Corky. So we also want to let you know that our event is rain or shine. So we're going to party in the rain. It's not going to rain. It's not going to rain.
We have rain insurance.
But if it's storming, we'll delay. It's not going to storm, but we'll delay as long as we can. Unfortunately, if it becomes just a total stormy day, we'll have to cancel the race.
But Sonia Stevens
from ABC News 4
gave us a great report
and said we're going to stay dry until the afternoon. So we're going to be good to go. We believe in Sonia's meteorology skills. And she's going to be out there doing the triathlon with you, so she wouldn't lead you astray.
So the best part, I think, is the finish line. There will be some surprises at the finish line.
Yeah.
No, I don't think anyone knows.
No one knows.
Actually, I told the DJ this morning.
Okay.
I kind of had to. But anyway, we have a really cool surprise at the finish. We also have your keepsakes, which are unique to you and this event. We will also have biscuits from Vicious Biscuit.
Oh my gosh, I
and
can't
their
wait.
yummy jams and butters and all the delicious stuff. We will have some fruits of some sort.
We'll have fruit.
We'll have fruit. And we have Lesser Evil popcorn. You will get some in your swag bag and you will get some at the finish. So we want you to have lots of yummy, healthy popcorn. And then the best part is we will have mimosas, sponsored by Savvy Cucina and Samba. We're excited about those. And then we, of course, have our Harris Teeter, fizzy water. And then we also have Le Bleu and the water truck provided by Mount Pleasant Water.
Super excited to have just a big fun party for you. And creating part of that vibe is DJ Shane Griffin. He's been our DJ for a couple of years now, and he's going to be there with some tunes. So if you have some requests, let us know. We'll make sure they get on his list. And he'll be announcing you across the finish line. So that's another good reason to remember your bib numbers.
All right.
Okay,
Anything
is that
else?
it?
Anybody have any other questions that you want to shoot real quick? If you don't get them to us, we'll go through and see if we can answer in the chat. But I think we did get through most of them. So thank you for attending our pre-race meeting.
Yes.
And we can't wait to see everybody Friday or Saturday. See you then.
Bye, friends.